imagine this. I get a message and I was just scrolling my message requests. This woman says, "Hey James, you might want to take a look at this." Straight away, anxiety. Click on the link and it's a mother's Facebook group in the UK. And in that, one of the girls in it saying, "I used to date James. I'm thinking of selling a story to the tabloids and any money that I would earn from that story, I would give to my newborn son." And it was one of my exes that I finished with bad terms like 12 years ago. So I had to get legal straight away, like at the ready, so that if that did go, that we could sue her and she'd be fucked. It never went out. Even women in that group were like, what the fuck? You know, it was only like 30, 40 women in like an area group. One of them dobbed her in. I went to my publishers. I was like, "Do I need to be worried?" They went, "Of age?" I went, "Yes." They went, "Consent?" I went, "Yes." They went, "Nothing to worry about."
Isn't it terrifying? Like the more notoriety.
I'm not as attractive as James, so like I don't really have too much of that to worry about. I don't really have a long list of like jilted lovers or anything, so I'm all right.
But any man with a beard and a snapback, you know, you could be put up on a police lineup. They go, "Yeah, it could have been that."
He does look a bit dodgy. Yeah.
I said that with Al for his Christmas too, and he came out dressed like full beard meets food, snapback, jacket on. I went, "You come out in full,
character. Like I don't fucking normally dress like that."
He comes out in full character and wonders why 50 people want selfies on a night out and then complains about it.
I think I did not I complained at the end when it was like mega drunk people slobbering on me a little bit and not being very respectful. But most of the evening, I think I was quite.
What's the weirdest thing that's happened to you since you've got notoriety over the years? Because you're very outspoken, which is a positive thing, really. But have you had any negative?
Not really. There was only one girl that was rude once in Sydney, and she was just very drunk. And at the back, she actually went after one of my friends. She started calling him a clout chaser. I was like, "Excuse me, that's my friend."
Somebody said that about you. Do you remember when you were in that video? They were like, "Be careful for that ginger guy. He looks like your classic clout chaser."
We tested out this. I sent you the video as an example. So I went on his channel 4 months ago. We did like a chicken wing challenge.
It was only a year ago, that mate.
Was it? Anyway, we did a long time ago because we were. Obviously, he's going to get more people. Like you're going on his channel later on today. You're going to do a challenge, but yeah, somebody calling me a clout chaser.
Yeah.
Even though we've been doing podcasts for a while, the 2 year podcast for 2 years, and first one we put like 5 years ago.
People are wankers, right? But this is one thing. I'm not at your level yet, but I was working with like a YouTube sensei. His name's Ed Lawrence. He has a channel called Film Booth.
Oh, he's a legend. He's Ed.
Creator Booth. Yeah.
So Ed, back in lockdown, we used to chat all the time, and he had he had a few subscribers, and he's absolutely blown up recently. He is amazing, he's Ed. Shout out to Ed.
And so I did some like one-to-one calls with him. It was like therapy. It was better than therapy actually, because I'd be like, "Yeah, this video I'm getting a lot of hate on it," and he was like, "Good, it's being shown to a new audience." And he was like, "If you're not getting hate in your videos, it's not done well enough on the algorithm." And I was like, "That's a good way to look at it." Like, so now when I start getting all the hated comments, I'm like, "That video's doing well. Keep that title and thumbnail as it is." You know, one video, everything's complimentary. I'm like, "We need to change something here." You know, so like,
do you change stuff a lot, like after you upload, or not so much?
Not so much, because even if my original title and thumbnail's not great, the one I replace it with is probably just not going to be great either. It's just going to be different.
I did that on the music video we did at Christmas. Yeah, that's the only thing really I think I've ever done it on. Because normally I just think
you've changed that twice, don't you? Is it the
Yeah, I changed it like temporarily so that when I uploaded, it was a little bit duplicitous because around the time the next video went up, I thought I'd change the title of that one and the thumbnail so people would think it was a different video, which normally I would not do. But I did it on that one occasion just because it's something that people wouldn't normally watch, if that makes sense.
It takes the fun out of it a little bit though. Like, so I think Diary of a CEO, Stephen Bartlett, I think they have 12 thumbnails. And they do 1 an hour to then look at the click-through rates of each one. And I'm like, guys, that's not living.
Oh my God. I can't think of anything worse.
He's done, like, I think they're going even deeper than that, don't they? They run like Facebook ads to it and split test Facebook ads to like a small audience. And even with the questions before they get a guest on, right? So there's sort of split test questions so that they ask the right questions within the podcast.
It sounds like a lot of work. Like, just have better conversations. You know, like, you wouldn't have to do that. You know, there's a trend at the moment, right? And not to slightly to at people. In reels and shorts, everyone's like, "If you followed me, you'd know that." And I'm like, "Mate, come on." And there's been a couple times I slipped into the trap of asking people to sub on a channel. And I was like, "Do you know what? Like, at the end of a video, I'll go, there's a floating head if you're interested. If not, here's a video recommended by YouTube." That's as beggy as I'm getting, right? And then at the end of it, I'm like, "Or don't follow me. I'm not your dad." You know, like, just, I hate it where people are like, they'll do like the intro to a video and they're like, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. And you're like, that's not getting, no one's there going, okay. You know, like if you make really good content, you don't need to ask.